For those of y'all out there that don't know, I have another channel. It's called No Chill For Real. And it's pretty much, a channel that's unrelated to prison, man. We're going to be clowning. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about current events. We're going to do funny reactions. Sometimes it may get a little serious, but most of the time, we're going to clown and we're going to do what we do. So anyway, if you are not signed up for that channel, go over there and sign up for that channel. For right now, I may drop a few videos on this channel just to drive some traction over there. But yeah, go check me out, man. No Chill For Real.
Damn, Chill, you got another one?
What's poppin'? You already know the deal. You are now rockin' with No Chill For Real. We about to get ill. What did you expect for me to bow down, get soft and talk politically correct? They consider me a threat, especially if they goofy, cause I clown guys, no lies, I just do it truthfully. It's on the house like Snoopy, it's free in other words. I'm a nightmare to these super squares and nerds. I'm barbecuing with words when I'm through commentating. One thing you'll never see me ever do is hating, lying, exaggerating, or fabricating for views. If you not built for the street like a pair of shoes, as square as a Rubik's Cube, stop it and leave the field, or wind up a topic on No Chill For Real. You square as a Rubik's Cube, stop it and leave the field, or wind up a topic on No Chill For Real. All gas, no brakes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes. Honor over money, gotta do what it takes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes.
Gotta stay going in.
All gas, no brakes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes. Honor over money, gotta do what it takes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes.
Say what's poppin'? It's 16 to life on No Chill For Real. I'm not your doctor. I don't care how you feel. Let's hop right into the content, man. So today I'm going to be talking about a video that was posted by Baby B Braids. Now, for those of you guys not familiar with Baby B Braids, he is a gang member who I believe has been sentenced to 2 life without parole sentences plus like 229 years, somewhere around there. It's an astronomical amount of time, and it's ridiculous, right? He's got a gang of time, and nevertheless, from his prison cell, he still has managed to create a well-received YouTube channel, if I can say that, man. And he has accumulated a lot of subscribers in a small amount of time, despite the fact that he's in prison, despite the fact that he's on the level 4, despite the fact that the guards there at the prison, or at one of the prisons that he was in, ran up in his cell, took him to the hole a time or two. He is still doing his thing, and he is still enjoying great numbers and great success, right? So what he is saying is that homies in his hood received some information about 2 gang members nevertheless, who at one point in time represented the same hood that he represented before they got kicked out once this information was revealed, right? And the way he said that the information was revealed was that the police pulled up and showed some homies in his hood a videotape of 2 of his former homies basically, man, in a love situation with each other, right? And so yeah, that's a cold situation, right? But I think a point that a lot of people miss, right? What role did the police play in potentially getting these dudes, putting these dudes in harm's way, right? Because it has been long, well documented history that the police, they have played dirty with gang members, from pulling up, giving them information about where other gang members was hanging out at, to picking up a gang member on a frivolous charge, maybe driving him 2 or 3 miles away, maybe 7, 8 blocks away, and dropping him off in a in an enemy's territory, in a situation or in a neighborhood where his life could be taken, right? And then they drop you off. I have heard many stories where they'll hop on the speaker system and announce, hey, y'all, we got a such and such in the hood, basically being disrespectful, letting them know that, that it's an enemy in their hood, right? It's just a cold situation, right? Because like I said, the police, being well familiar with the gang culture and stuff, they know that an individual doing certain things in the gang world is frowned upon, and certain things can get an individual at the very least ostracized and kicked off the hood and potentially even put his life in jeopardy, potentially his family's life in jeopardy, and all that old type of stuff, right? So, and without further ado, it ain't no need of me talking about it, man. I'm gonna let B Braze tell you exactly what happened, exactly what went on, and all that old type of stuff, man. And like I say, man, tap in with your boy on No Chill for Real.
Hey, man, you already know. Tapping on the who's who's, we going crazy. GM. Hey, look, I ain't even gonna do all the. I ain't want no problems, nothing all that. This is serious, gang, and it's crazy because on Bloods, for real. Y'all gotta pay attention to this video, and this how you know on Lanes, I ain't worried about nothing. I don't discriminate on nobody, and on Blood Gang, I wasn't even gonna really do this, but it's so serious and it's personal. Dead homies that this mark nobody. This for really all the gang members out there and everybody on Bloods. This who's is for people that's doing bad shit, right? On Bloods, and it's supposed to be no discriminated, right? From the hood, your family, your brother, whatever. That's what I do, right? On Bloods, I'm the who's. This segment going about somebody from my hood, 2 people from my hood, dead homies, because it's going to get out there anyways. I'm just on the phone talking to the big homie right now, and Blood, like, let's say, I tell him, I said, I ain't even going to say nothing about that. And he like, why not? Dead homies. All they going to do is flip it on you and try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know who got it. So, you know what I'm saying? You might as well put it out there on Blood. This is my big homie saying it. And he like, nigga, you a gangster. On Bloods, it ain't got nothing to do with you. But on Bloods, because it's so close, you might as well. I'm like, whatever. Anyways, this is a video on DLB 109th Street about Lil Braze. He's not Lil Braze no more. Tricky B is not Tricky B no more. They're not from the hood. So for everybody that watched the who's, dead homies, y'all know Tricky B, Lil Braze is not Lil Braze no more on Lanes. I never dealt with him like that. Jub, everybody know on Lanes, I got my name from my big homie, Big Braze, on the set. When I first got my name on Lanes, Big Braze gave me my name. My name was Lil Act Up. Big Hangout and all them gave me that name on Bloods. Act Up was in jail, in camp at the time. When I got put on Bloods. We keeping everything 109th Street. But I know him, yeah, but he's in jail. That's what's going on Bloods. Big Braze, all them was around there, or everybody when I got put on, whatever. Big Braze off dribble say on Lanes, you Baby Braze. So that's how I got the Baby Braze name. Lil Braze never gave me no Baby Braze, none of that. So anyways, that's that on Bloods. The segment today on Figaro Rock hurt my feelings when I seen it, and I'm like, dead homies. I ain't even gonna say nothing because it's worse than bad people. It's just like, man, that's a disgrace. Anyways, I just see a video of 2 homies, dead homies, fucking. GM. I just seen a video on Lanes of 2 homies. Ex-homies, they whatever they is, 2 men on Lanes, known gang members on the streets right now on Blood Gang having sex. GM, come on, gang. On Lanes, it's on the who's now. GM, Lil Braze and Tricky. He's not Lil Braze on 412. Antoine and Tricky nailing each other, dead homies. On F4G, I don't do no discriminating on the who's, none of that. Now y'all know y'all don't say nothing about this person, that person. When I'm talking about your homies from your hood, I'm breathing on your homies from your hood. Now on Blood, since my big homie say on Lanes, nigga, go ahead and they bad people. You ain't discriminate. That's what you do on Bloods. Do it on Figaro Riders. I don't care who you is or what's going on Bloods. I'm gonna stop playing favoritism and all that on the dead homies. Anything, I'm just throw it on here on Bloods. Figaro. So everybody that know me and know that I know that, this and that, on DLB 109th Street, it's over. As though it's just a matter of time before I throw you over here on Figaro Riders. Fuck this weird ass nigga that did some cat shit. I get woke up this morning to bro. All yesterday homies hit me. I'm ducking and dodging because dead homies. I don't got my phone. I'm on bro phone and bro got mine because of service or whatever. So that's why y'all know the homies been hit me. I really don't got my. I be on I see people hit me on Instagram, but I don't see people hit my phone for the last couple of days. But anyways, GM, bro, tap in on me and say you don't know what's going on. I say nah. So anyways, long story short, Lil Brazen them end up catching the case over a minor. Mind you, I'm breathing on the homies from the hood, telling the homies from the hood, hey, somebody just DM me and say, Bloods, homies from the hood be like the young homies then pimped on a minor. I'm like, on the dead homies, if I find out whoever over there doing it on GM, we ain't even gonna say nothing to him. We just blitzing on 412. So that's what was going on at the time. At the time, this was going on with the minor. So anyways, somehow, some way, whatever happened with her in the home in Antoine and Tricky, dead homies. This is why I say God don't like ugly. And y'all two bad people. So on the dead homies, I ain't sparing it or nothing on GM. And don't forget, I grew up with them and all that. It's some people that, you know what I'm saying? I was never close to him though, because some stuff happened when we was all young and all that. I just didn't deal with him. He was active on Bloods, going crazy. The one that Antoine, the one that used to be little on Bloods, he active, period. He was active, but now we see that shit, that don't mean nothing to me on Figaro. Especially if you on the streets growing, doing weird, come on gang. Figaro. People getting high out there, this truck they hold, like truck they program. And this is a real reminder to people that's out there on the streets getting high on lanes off of bad drugs. DLB, like, come on gang. It got you in a trailer. You and another gang member nailing each other and recording it. Dead homies. So they end up going to jail. Figaro Riders. The police get their phones. You know how that go. Police get the phones, bop, 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 on FRG. And you know how the police get down. Police put it straight up to the hood. They in trial right now. Police pull up to the hood and show them, look, what's this? Your boys. Nigga, like, never. Bro hit me. This was crazy. This is what happened. Dead homies. Bro hit me and telling me, look. So I go in my DM. I click the video. First thing I see the pipe and two things hanging. I'm like, GM. I immediately click it off, and I get at bro and I tell bro, on the dead homies, what's this? I'm like, nigga, I know you ain't just you accidentally sending me shit. What's going on? He like, nigga, never. He mad. I said, I thought it was you. You accidentally. He said, never. He said, first of all, you know what I'm saying, my shit, nigga. He started clowning me like, nigga, I ain't never that dirty. I'm like, blood, that's crazy. I click it off. I tell bro, he hit me. He say, nigga, that's Antoine and Tricky. I said, never. I said, I know you ain't got the video. They doing some weird shit to the little girl, dead homies. That's out. He like, nigga, worse than that. That's them nailing each other. I said, never. GM. I said, I ain't even watch it. He said, man, that's them. Watch. I said, man, on L's, I ain't watching that. I said, man, it's bad. DLB 109th Street. Anyways, I'm like, never. Bro, like, nigga, that's whoopty whoop. I'm like, nigga, dead homies. Anyways, on F4G, like I said, I don't care who it is. God be having a crazy reason of bringing stuff out of people. You see how you do some weird, you do some stuff that you don't supposed to do. You lie. You do some weird stuff. Beat up these little females, whatever goes on, I don't know. But God gonna humble you, dead homies. You do the wrong stuff to the wrong people, God will humble you on Jesus Christ. And how this happened on West Side Lanes, it's a cold game. But again, nobody can't get on here and say nothing about the who's and say nothing about all brains, don't do this, oh, you favoritism, whoop whoop, dead homies.
So yeah, you saw the video for yourself, man, and Baby B Braids, you know, he said it all, right? You know, and you may have some individuals out there wondering, okay, well, why can a person be gay and be in a gang? And let's just keep it 100. You know, for those who gang banging is a very macho and manly thing to do, right? And they don't want anybody doing anything that is opposite of that narrative, right? I seen a while ago too. It was a YouTube page about a Chicago, right? And the dude had captured some film of a dude. I mean, not captured some film. A dude had went and got he had went and got some film, basically. You know, I don't know if it was through the Freedom of Information Act or whatever, but he had went and got some footage of another gang member pretty much doing some First 48 type stuff, confessing in the court or in the police station, telling about a murder or whatever. Right now, the dude who was exposing it was from one gang, and the dude who was telling was from another gang. Right now, so the dude who was telling, one of his homeboys got in the comment and pretty much made threats toward the dude who had released the footage, even though it was obvious that his homeboy was sitting in there breaking the sacred code of all gangs, cooperating with the police, right? And that's something that really threw me for a loop. Here is a dude doing a unforgivable sin in the gang banging community, but one of his homies or former homies, a dude who was from the same gang that he was from, got mad at the dude who was releasing the footage. Let's keep it 100, man. When a dude goes bad, he's no longer the homie. He's nobody's homie at that point in time, right? So why get upset about him? Why get upset and make threats toward the other dude for exposing this dude? And I think a lot of times in situations like that, you know, dudes will think that who's ever is doing the exposing, he's putting a bad mark on that person's particular neighborhood or that person's particular gang. But that is far from the case, man. You cannot name one gang that's been around for a significant amount of time, or even possibly a small amount of time, 4 or 5 years, 6, 7 years, that really has members that's out there in the street that hasn't had a member go bad. That's just part of the game. But some people take that personal, as if they are making the whole entire hood look bad by shining a light on whatever negative thing a person from that particular hood did, man. And so, like I say, I don't understand that, man. And you know, when individuals start to take that attitude, it definitely lets me know that the streets are different, man. But anyway, like I said, it's your boy 16 to life on No Chill for Real. I'm not your doctor, and I don't care how you feel.